Good evening, welcome back. Today we're going to do a unboxing of a little different sorts. We're going to unbox an eBay locomotive, parts locomotive, and repair it. It's supposed to be non-running, so we'll see what we got here and see what kind of non-running it is. Say it's been well packaged. Here's our local. It is a PBA1 Athearn in Union Pacific. So I do know all them details. There's our locomotive. As you can see, it is in real nice condition. Wheels look like they could use a little cleaning. So let's open it up. These come apart by spreading the shell. So you gotta give them a little wiggle. Coupler boxes. Coupler boxes help. Reach in. Old metal spring boxes, they just pop off. Does look like they put some knuckle style couplers on it. So that one's off, so everyone can stay. There we go. It's got a little tab right there that you have to pull out and separate by each and every one of them. Okay, so we'll set our shell there. Knock her all over. You can see already it's pretty rusted. That one, get my hands out of the way, that one's not touching. So just fun, we're gonna do that. So let's start by even seeing if it will work at all, if we get any life. Plug this one in. Let's see if I can get this a little closer so that you guys can see it. Push it forward, and we do have life. Not great, but a little cleaning. We'll see what we got. So I'm going to start by moving this pickup bar, set it off the side. Our trucks come out by getting down here, right underneath, easily pry up on them, get them to pop up, pull that out, we can set that aside. It's our worm gear, feels a little tight, so I'm betting it's going to need a little wiping and cleaning. Pull that truck out, we will flip it around and try to get this in a little closer here. So pry it up with both. Real easy and gentle. Nope. And it springs off and runs off on the floor. And they do, oh, it only came in half. So you can see it's pretty easy. It's a copper washer. There's a little thrust bearing right there. Right in. Take those two out. Now, this motor pops out from the bottom. And I like to use a Robinson screwdriver, but you can use a flathead. Just easily push. Push. You can see that motor move just a little bit. If you wiggle, you can grab thumb there, push and pull the same motion. You can get it to wiggle and come out. So we're pushing on the little rubber mounts. They feel pretty pliable. So. One. See down there? Rubber mount. There we go. So if that doesn't pull out, we can live with it for right now. Get this one out. They just come out, they're little standard Athearn rubber mounts. So I will try to reach in here and push that one up. Yes, the screwdriver does have a tendency to tear the bottom of the mounts up. If you push too hard, or it can push through them if they're old and brittle. So there we've got our shell. We've got, you can see where the screwdriver chewed that one out. I've got replacements. If you don't have replacements, a Robinson screwdriver, the square head, are perfect for taking those apart. So now we got our motor here. Now, when you take it apart, you want to pry up on this little tab. Be sure to put a thumb over it, because when you do, it's going to come apart. Oop, and the spring shoots off into Neverland, just like that. Hopefully it didn't go too far. Got our little parts tray over here. I don't know if you can see that. Cheap little painter tray from Walmart. And you can set that down. Oop, missed the deal altogether. There's a little brush. When you take them out, they always have a little concave. You can see where this one is. That goes back in the motor a certain way, sits across the commutator here. Now we'll come in this way, and we'll do the exact same thing on this one. Pop it up and out. Set it down. Grab our little spring. Tip it over, and our brush falls out. Now, you can take this apart by pulling these off. I'm not going to mess with them right now. So I want to take, I use Q-tips, odorless mineral spirits, dip the cotton bud in it, and then come in here and clean this commutator. Try to clean it. You can see all the black and the junk coming off on it. So there's a little rub. That gets it pretty good. Next, we take a toothpick and we just shave the end down just a little bit. Get a nice fine point. We come back in here, and these little lines I went through it real easy to clean out any carbon deposits that might be stuck in there. Each one. You want to use a real soft material. You don't want to use a knife. You'll scratch it, cut these little wires out here. Okay, now that we got that done, I'm going to get fiberglass pencil, pick them up on eBay, and we're going to polish this commentator. Try to get all these little black lines out of it. Now, take my cotton bud, I'm going to dip it back in my mineral spirits, and we're going to give it one final wipe. Get any leftover material that we just took off with that fiberglass pencil off. Now, I'm going to come in with some Label 107, and down inside here I'm going to give it just a drop, not much, and then we come in on this side. I'm going to go right down here and give it just a drop where these little washers and bearings are, and we can turn it a few times, let that oil work in. See how nice and easy and free it's spun. Now I want to take this is an end that contacts this bottom. I'm going to show you my method for getting power out of it to take the ground away in a minute. But this one, I'm going to take this, and I want to clean up the underside. You can see under here, you just want to polish it up real good. Come out here where our contacts are going to be, where we're going to solder our wire to. Give it a good clean. Then we can take us another cotton bud. Give it a good wipe down to take any residual stuff that might be on it on. Don't get much. And if you remember right, we took this one off on the bottom. In the future, I want to DCC this. So we'll take our bottom brush, we'll take our mineral spirits that we just had, wipe it, clean it. See the junk coming off of it. This will help get good contact. Now, that was our bottom brush. And drop it in that hole. I should have said this thing here, the little holder for it. It doesn't hurt to brush it, kind of polish it up. Take your mineral spirits, kind of wipe it down, clean it off. Now, springs are fun. You want to reach in here, put your screwdriver just between it, just like that. And you can reach up here, set the spring back in. It comes off easy. Now the contact that was our top one, I'm going to put it on the bottom now, because I don't want it contacting the bottom, because in the future I want to DCC this. Another video at another time. Snaps together. We can see that our spaces are all back together. All good there. So we're repeat the process on this side. Clean that up. Wipe it off just a little bit. Take our brush, wipe our brush down, clean it up, drop it back in. Remember, curve side, right back in there. And you can see down there where it's sitting up just a little bit. You can reach in here and turn it just ever so slightly, and it drops down over the top right there. So before I put that next brush on, people will clip these. I don't like to clip them. I can. I will take, give me a second. There they are. Okay. I like to take these on the top and push and bend them in. Here it snap. And push and bend them in. My meaning for that is future, I may want to reuse that. Oh, got it. I've got the, I should have done this already on the bottom side. I didn't. I forgot. Pull this out. Did a little bit of flux. Put on there. The color for those for DC is gray and orange. I don't have gray. So I have yellow. Strip off the end just a little bit. I like to roll them. And we'll tin up our wire. Piece out. Put a little solder on our gun. Over there. Put a little, let's see, put a little blob down there. And then once that sets good, starts to puddle, I'll drop this wire in there. Hold it for a second, let it cool, don't quit sliding. Now, we'll come in here, catch our spring again, just like before. And we shall easily set it down in there. Pull our screwdriver out. Want to make sure this is good and cool. If you put heat to it while you got your spring on it, it will distort the strength of your spring. Okay, there's that side. Now, as you can guess, I forgot to do this side. So let's go back and do this. Take it off real easy. Comes up. The difference on this side is now I want to put my solder right here, so that when we do this frame in a few minutes, it sits on the bottom, on the inside, where it can't touch the frame. And for that, I will be using white. I'll do the same thing as before. Get hold of it, pull it, twist it, put a little flux on it. Now come back. Put a little solder on my iron. Hit my nail. Put it down there. And while it's hot, I want to touch it. I'll lay it out that way so it comes out the side this time. Now, you can see there Wires out the side, soldered good. It's cool. So we shall roll this back up. Hook on the back in the little indentation. Up on the front. Pull it together. Hear it click. You're in. So that is our motor set back up. Set it out of the way. Now, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to show you something that's probably going to make some people cringe. I'm going to come in right here in this very corner. I'm going to put a little drill hole. We don't have to go all the way through, but we do have to go down a ways. So let's back it out. That's probably more than enough. Measure. Now, I know there's going to be somebody saying, why? Well, here's why. That small bit, I'm going to take this 256 tap and I'm going to run a little tap down it. Out a little bit because you don't want to break this thing off in there, and it's soft metal. It will strip your threads. You don't need a lot, but you need some. Got it tightened up. Work it back. Work it forth. Work it back. Work it forth. Like that. And that just became a different video. So when things like this happen, you have to well, that's why I didn't bend those tabs off, break those tabs off. So we'll go back to the original DC. I won't make this video 900 hours long. I fortunately have a lot of parts. I've got an old motor. Strength and time of this video. Take that one off. You can see springs compressed. Not very good. No, you know what? Just for this video, I'm going to reuse that one. Put that back together. I'm going to pop this off, put it in here, get wicking. Solder wick. Set that right there. Run it over. Use it to solder, wick up the solder. Purpose of doing it, I don't know, because it's going to be on the bottom and I'll use it for future, but see that wick is drawing in that solder. Okay. Now, we'll let that cool. I'll take this now. I'll pop these back out. Give them some good spring. Because they do have to make contact right here. And since we're using that now, do a little polishing on it. Okay. Now, I'm going to hold my finger over that side. Put my hand on this side. And I'm going to easily pop this out and hopefully spring doesn't go shooting off. Back over. I'm going to lay that down, and I'm going to remove this wire, but I'm going to leave the solder on this one. So in a future video when we DC this one, DCC it, it'll be there. Now, that cool. Bring that back. Clip there. Bring it over. Clip. Make sure this is good and clipped. Good and clip. Okay. That's our motor back rebuilt again. Now we should get I will be taking this off again. Motor mounts from Athearn, kind of hard to get a hold of. They don't keep very good stock. Drop them in like that. Motor has a short side, long side. In here, long side, short side. So your motor will drop in just like that. Push it in. See if going through. You want to give it a good push until it's good and snug in there. So set that off to the side. PBA1 trucks. Tabs back here, tabs up here. If you pry on these tabs, you will break them. I like to take my screwdriver, reach behind, and slowly push them out. Just work them real easy. And they'll lift up and they'll pull out. After that, there's no clips there. No clips there. You can simply pull this and separate it. Pull these up, lay them out, lay them out, lay them out. get our mineral spirits again. Come back in here. Clean these little contact points. I'm going to come in here and clean this contact point. Now, I am going to hardwire this. Dremel, little wire wheel, take, put it on it, and run it back and forth. See how fast it cleans up the rust? It's all good and polished. Come back with your cotton bud. You can rub it, take away all the dirt. These, I take the same thing, come in here, real easily, just rub them little brasses. They are what's catching contact. Old gray steel wheels. I'm going to take another cotton bud, mineral spirits again. It's kind of a repetitive process for me. I take and rub these real heavy in it. Clean them up. Clean these outsides off. Then, while it's still wet, take my wire brush again. Medium, it don't have to be high. Hold it at an angle. Slowly rotate it in your hand and polish any tarnish that might be on these wheels off. They're the old steel wheels, so they're hard to tell. Come around those because these are your contact points going to your trucks that provide your power up. Polishing around there. Now, take this, choose your ground contact, and polish it a little. Come in here, you can see where it's all got rust all over in it. So, this doesn't hurt nothing, but I just don't like it. I like to try to stop it as much as I can. Come in here, polish these a little. Polish these just a little. Now, of course, I set the one wheel down. Come back, wet them. It'd be helpful to keep your wheel that you already cleaned off the side. Come back. Clean them all. They're not horribly dirty, but it doesn't hurt to do it now while we got them out, got them apart. And you don't have to go gangbusters on the Dremel. High speed, medium speed's fine. Polish. Now, this is what I like to go over and do again after we got all three of our wheels clean. Come back and wipe them down again. You'll see that running that brings just a little bit of grime off of them. this down, wipe this top down, wipe these bearing blocks down. Yeah. Our gear side is held on by this little plastic piece. Separate it. You can see this thing doesn't look like it's been ran a whole lot. So what I like to do is I take my 107 again, we give it a little drop in here on each one of these pivot points. Just a small drop. Now, I use Super Lube synthetic, multi-synthetic grease. It's plastic safe. I will put a little bit on my finger, and you just want a little bit on these gears. Just smear a little bit on each one. So it doesn't take a whole lot in here. More down there. So now we'll set our little plastic back over, hold it here in the middle, and rotate them. You can see the grease start to smear around on them. And just get it smeared around just a little bit. A little dab here and there. You can see it starting to shine on them gears. Yeah, pretty good. Now, I will do the same thing on this, but I don't put near as much on them. Don't want to get it out there. Put just a little wipe on them, and take and set it back in. I want to make sure I don't have any of my shavings. Pick that up. Set that in. Now, take this. They slide in underneath, back in these little bearing holes. Should fit like that. L tabs, straight tabs. Those tabs go in these little holes here. Back of the truck towards the outside of the frame. So, if you can see it real well, you put them tabs in there, run it down, make sure it's all smooth, and then just slide it easy over. Should hear a click once it locks in there, and you're back. One truck lubed up, ready to go. We can take it, if you're stern, front of engine, right side rail, brings it in. Gotta clean this though before we get too carried away. This is a contact point. So, right side rail, up and in. You can set it down. Now we will come out and do this truck. Once again, get in back here. There's a little tab right there. In there, just easily pry up and out. Real easily. Wiggle up and in. Before we get too carried away. I'm going to get rid of this before it causes me any bigger issue than breaking a tap. And I'm sure somebody's going to ask, well, why didn't you just go ahead and drill it and tap it? Because unfortunately I broke my only 256 tap. So to Amazon we will go to get a new one. Oops. And you can see I pulled that one out upside down. No big deal. Turn it over, watch all the gears fall out. And I'm sure somebody's going to say, oh! You can see pretty easily if you put this one back in. Now if we drop this one in that hole, it won't touch. It's got to go up there. This bigger one back in up here. When I threw on the floor, it got dirty. So I will clean these up. Mineral spirits. Here, wipe them down. And other method, if you don't have a Dremel, you can use one of these fiberglass pens. Come in, clean it up. It's easier to get into. And we shall set that there. While we got it there, I'm going to grease my finger again. Come back and put just a little bit on each one of these while we got it open. I like to put it in just a couple spots. And we're not Bob Ross, so we're not making a painting. We don't have to paint it on, just light covering. Give our gear shafts a little taste, just a touch. This back. Yeah. It's labeled PA1. I don't know if you can see that real good there. Top, bottom side. So that half of the truck is done. Let's proceed along with this half. Get it wet. Back. Brush. And I'm not pressing hard. You don't have to press hard. You just want them wires to contact it and it'll pull the grime and grit off. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and finish it off and see how much junk that pulled off after it was all loosened up. Now we'll put a little dab of grease on that one. Stick it back in there. We'll proceed on to our next one. Get it wet and softened up. Dremel decided we wanted to go gangbusters. Just the other side of the cottonwood. This all down. Give it just a touch. If you don't have a Dremel, fiberglass pencil, do the same thing. A little more work, but it does the same. There. It's going here. You got to rub a little harder with this than you do the Dremel, just because it's doing more work. But if you don't have it, I think those are about $6 on Amazon for a pack of 3. And put them in there. Come in here on this one. Not too bad a shape. I'm going to wet this just a little. Give it a little clean up. Come back. Wipe the little bit of junk that was on it off. Get these a little wet. Come back in with our fiberglass pencil. Up and down. Just take these. To slide these wheels under these tabs. So slide them in underneath. Hold it back just a little bit. They go back in them little bearing pockets, just like that. And somebody doesn't want to play right. Be tab in here. So now, oh, there it goes. So if you look, those little plastic tabs on that plastic piece that holds them in the wheel bearings or shafts are right there. If one of them doesn't line up, we don't go back together. Just like before, long side, short side. We will take and put backwards. Hopefully somebody's yelling at me. Back that way. Bring it together. Slide it over. Pop, snap in. Now, we can take and roll these, and it'll spread the grease just like we did when I rolled them separately. Make sure they roll nice and even. And if you can tell, I put it in backwards. Easy mistake. It can happen. Obviously it'll go right in either way. Will it come out either way? Yeah. Okay. So, flip it around. Set it up. Snap in. Now we're good. Forward, reverse, forward, reverse. Slide up in. Now we're on to our bearing caps. We pull these out. Remember me saying the thrust washer there. We want to watch that thrust washer, not lose it. Clean our bearing caps. We're going to take cotton bud mineral spirits. We're going to come in here and wipe these down because they get old grease and old junk on them, and then they get seized up. This one is the same way. You can get this out by taking that out. I don't like playing with them, but you can hold them and roll them just like that. and then come in here, roll that, and then carefully roll this to not lose that little thrust washer. Now take and put those two back together. First, a little bit of our label, and drop it right on the shaft, just a touch. Then we can move this one out and do the same thing right down there, just a touch. Put that in, put that on, spin our worm around just a little. Now come in here and get just a touch of grease, smear it on our worm, turn it, and give it just another little spot about halfway around. Now, these shafts, I don't know if you can see it real well, have a outside indentation. These have an indentation on the inside. So you roll it to where the two of them meet up. See, we'll only slide in one way. If you're getting old and blind, you can't see the shaft you're after. Try to get this little easier where everybody can see, hopefully. Right here, there you go. Okay, now they got that in. Put this back in. Now, I don't know if you can see it real well. I'll try to turn it here. They've got the side spots again. Put one side over and easily slide it back and over, and it will snap, and that one's locked. Now, turn this one around, and we will prepare our truck, our worm gear the same way. Take it out. It's perfect. You see it's kind of dirty. Put you in there. You just turn it. I got your cotton bud shoved down there. It will turn the worm gear. You can see the shaft turning there. So, well, we got that there. I'll put just a drop there. Just go this one. Put a drop there. Slide that back on. Rotate it around just a little bit. Grease. Okay. Try to do this so you guys can see it. Just at the top, right there. Now, we should slide it so hopefully you can see a little better. Put one side in, slide it over, There it goes. Okay. Now, got that done. What we were going to be doing is I've got a little red wire here. I am going to measure here. And then this one I've already tinned. So, get a little tin on our soldering iron. Let me show that down there. That in there. Let it cool. There we go. Side here. Okay, this end I haven't tinned yet, so let's get it. Just a little rub on it, it tins up. A little more solder on our iron. Come in here. Hot. I want to put this way. Get that solder warmed up again, drop that in. Okay. There. You don't want to go directly over the spring. If you can. So, what about right there? Give it just a little bit extra. Okay. Now, I'll come back here. Go there. Just make them both in one spot. So, here, purple. Twist them the best you can. Solder there. Okay, now if I were just to take and solder these straight here, I run the risk of heating up my spring. Since these are good springs, I'm going to easily pull it off. Put it back in our little clamp device here. I want to hold it there because I want to put it right there. So, put a little blob of solder. Or not soldered, flux, excuse me. A good blob in here. See how nice and flattened out it is? I'm going to bring this over so I can drop this in one side, heat it. Okay. Now, I'll drop this in the other side. Now, It's good and warm because we did it twice, so we need to let it cool. Okay. It doesn't take long for them to cool. Okay. Put it back on. And now we're ready. So, let's set this back up here on our track. A little test track here. Make sure everything's on. We'll bring this back over. And we shall see what we got. Just like that. A good little runner. And we shall put our shell back on. I know I don't have a light in it yet, but I'll save this for a future DCC install. We shall put a DCC LEDs in it. Draw it back together. She'll turn it upside down. She'll take our little spring. It goes right back in here. Our little coupler goes up. Little string pockets. You can get them on Amazon for Athearn. And you can throw them down in there. No. Let's just leave that off. So, get it all set back on the track here. And there you have it. A good cheap $19 Athearn eBay find. That was a non-runner when we started. And now it's a pretty good runner. It was until I just jumped it and shorted it. All because I left a screwdriver on the track. There we go. As you can see, it's gone about an amp. Old motor. We'll let it run and it'll clean up.